What is up, me internet friends? No idea why I'm doing an English accent, but well, yeah. Welcome to your 8th Python 3 tutorial, and in today's episode we are going to be doing, lesson, we're going to be doing if statements in Python. So, if you haven't whacked that subscribe button by now, do it, or hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the like button. Else, just hit the like button. Now that's if statement. So what an if statement is a statement that allows us to control the flow of our code based on certain conditions. Like, if the condition is true, run a certain line of code. If not, do something else or don't run the code. So that's what we'll be covering. So let's do a basic if statement, which is if, you know what, let's just do something like weight equals to 20. Well, that's grand, but can we do anything with this weight? No, we cannot. So let's just make it a bit more dynamic by saying weight equals to an input that says enter weight. Okay, so that's a bit more dynamic. And in here, what you want to do is change this into an integer, so that whatever we get back here is converted into an int. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's run this, and obviously we get prompted, and we get nothing because we haven't done anything here. So an if statement can allow us to control this by maybe saying if weight is less than 40, for example. Then you do this to show you that's the end of your first condition. Then what's supposed to run here is some code. Okay, so you have to keep this indented because in Python that's the syntax. If it's indented, Python will recognize this as the whatever you would like to be run if the condition is true. So if that's true, we want to print out your underage mate. Okay, and so that's it. If we run this, it will ask for our weight. Let's put something less than 40, like 25, and you get your underage mate. So that's, at least that's checked some of the data we put in there. Let's see what happens if we put in a value above 40. Nothing happens because we don't have a statement which controls what happens if this is false. Okay, so let's get to that in a minute. This what we call an elif, which in Python is actually just like an else if in other languages. So an elif allows you to control what happens if the above statement isn't true, that is, if the above statement is false. So let's check if weight is less than 60. Let's just print out, no, I forgot to close that up. Let's print you need to eat more veggies and burgers. Okay, so if we run this and put in 54 is greater than 40, but it is less than 60, so it will go through this and it won't print this, rather it will print this, which is you need to keep eating veggies and burgers. What's the error here? Damn it. Invalid syntax. Even I don't get it. Oh, okay, right here, this space, this should work out fine now. Let me clear this. Enter with, well, 54. You need to eat more veggies and burgers. Okay, so our else if or elif statement is working. So you can do this so many times, the elif, but if you wanted to set a default, you know what, let's do one more elif. So let me just copy this. And indent this properly, or this won't work. Okay, if let's change this to 90, which is a lot. 90. Okay, you need to maybe stay of tacos. Okay, if we run this, why is there an error? Okay, we still have an unnecessary indentation. Perfect. So the weight should be, let's do 72, which is obviously overweight. You need to stay off tacos. Okay, perfect. Okay, we need to see the function. What if we want an else statement? An else is used as a default if none of the conditions is true. Okay, like if weight is less than 100, then let's just print a general message like keep eating healthy. General message. Okay, something we should write else like that, and then just okay. No, the last point cannot check for conditions. That way, it doesn't check for any condition. The else doesn't take in any of this. It is just be a default drawback if none of this is true. So if you run this, you should get entire weight. Let's do something above 92, and we'll just give you the default keep eating healthy. Okay, so that's all for if, else if, elif statements in Python. But let's see one last case example. Let's say a password system. Okay, so let's say password equals to input enter password. Let's say this was a website. Okay, and this website has logged in users. Okay, who can access a dashboard using their credentials. So we would need to validate if that's the correct password. So let's say this password is a string. Let's just do that for purposes of the tutorial. But most passwords have special characters, integers, the whole shebang. So let's do if password equals to, and then obviously we get a string. So let's say fortune. This is an oddly specific password. What do I mean? All passwords are oddly specific, so what I said just made no sense. Okay, then print out welcome to the user dashboard. Okay, nice message. But what if someone writes the wrong statement? So that's where else comes in. It's an else if. Else, you just type in else hit that, and then just print. You type in an incorrect password. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so let's run this. So enter, what did I type in? Password. Enter. So let's run that again. Okay, let's type Fortuna, which is the wrong password. Nope. I just typed that in as a command. So let's type in Fortuner, the wrong password, and you type in an incorrect password. But if I run this and type in the correct password, Fortune, and then just run that, you get what in Odin's beard. Typed in an incorrect password. Let's run that again. What am I getting wrong here? Fortune. Okay, yeah, welcome to the user dashboard. So that's just like a basic password program, I guess you can call it that. So before we conclude this tutorial, let me just give you the list of all operators that we can use in the if statements. So we have less than, comma, we have we have greater than, comma, we have the comparison operator, we have the not true operator, and then we have the equal to or less than, then the equal to or greater than, and I think these are all the operators that we'll be using in this tutorial, and I think generally everywhere. If I missed one, that's your chance. Go down in the comment section and give me an operator I missed. So that was all for this tutorial.